Hi, everybody. Dan Federicis from Saratoga Report, and I have a jump in my step today. Got some great weather to start off this week, unlike the weekend. And I am here with uh, Anna Alford of the Saratoga Farmers Market. She's also a vendor at the market. She's a board member there in charge of promotions, and she owns Northbound Boutique, which we'll briefly mention later. Anna, a couple questions for you. First of all, welcome. How are you doing? And where was this weather on Friday and Saturday?
Right. Thanks for having me. But it looks like our weather's going to be good moving forward. So,
That
hopefully it works out.
that's right, and we are coming right on the Wednesday farmers market, 3 to 6 p.m. And Wednesday's weather, it looks perfect almost. No rain in the forecast that I can see. Cloudy, high of 75. That's got to put a jump in your step as well.
Yeah, it really doesn't get better than that as far as market season.
Okay, great, great. And we want to talk about the market. We want to talk about the Wednesday market. You got a lot of neat things coming up, and let's just start off. Let's kick it off. First of all, talking. People know the Saturday market on High Rock and High Rock Park and High Rock Avenue. Um, I think we all know about, or most of us know about the Wednesday market. But I think in the craziness of a work week, we sort of forget and like, oh darn, they had the market today. I could have gone. And talk a little bit about the Wednesday market if you could.
Yeah, so we have over 20 vendors on our Wednesday market. And we still have, your eggs, your meat, your veggies. You could stock up for the week. But we also have, some ready to eat options. So you can take a break from cooking in the middle of the week. We have, a Mexican vendor that sells tacos. We have cookies and different baked goods that you can get. There's tons of different options for dinner, for snacks. You can come out, take a break from cooking in the middle of the week. Have some picnic tables. You can sit there, relax, and enjoy some live music while you eat.
And that everything you just embodied there, when I moved here just under 20 years ago, the Saratoga market was great then, but it was very different. It did not have this diversity. There was probably a little bit of live music, but I don't remember hot vendors with vendors with hot food and some of these other options with the more artisan things, such as the things you do. It's really evolved, hasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, I've only been on board with the market for 3 years now, but I went there as a kid, and it's definitely they've added more vendors, different types of vendors. There's more craftsfolk there now. Definitely more ready to eat options. There's something for everybody. And even the live music has changed a little bit. Lots of different options.
It's true. There's a nice rotation there. As I haven't seen the same one there, and I'm there. At least on the Saturday. And you mentioned to me before that people not only can they pick up dinner to take it home, they can actually have dinner there. Right? You've got tables and set up and so forth. If the weather's nice, which it will be Wednesday, they've got that option, which was kind of in more recent years.
Yeah, absolutely. You can come have a picnic with us.
That's great. Now you've got a lot going forward this year. I want to bring up a couple things, and then I think you've got a couple more you want to mention because you guys are always planning. It's not just come by things. You've got some nice events, and you're doing something with the Belmont Festival, right? Coming up in two weeks, the Wednesday when the Gin Blossoms are here. You've got something special going on to the market, right?
Yeah, so we're doing a couple events. So on Wednesday, we have Saratoga Jackie coming, the author of Find Me in Saratoga. They're going to lead a little community demo and also a kids activity. So that'll be a lot of fun. And Saturday, we also have another kids activity. We got some horses and horseshoes for the kids to come paint. And Saratoga Springs Public Library is going to be there as well to host a table. So yeah, just come out and have a lot of fun with us.
And talk about before Broadway, 2 weeks from now, Wednesday, June 4th, which is Belmont Week, and the Gin Blossoms coming downtown. You're doing something before that, aren't you?
Yeah, so that's Saratoga Jackie and Find Me in Saratoga are going to be there.
Okay, yeah, and I think you're calling it before Broadway, or at least that was how it was.
Yeah, so it's happening before the party on Broadway.
Okay, terrific, and and that's great too. That's a perfect place to stop, folks. Hopefully the weather's good that night as well, both for the band and for the farmers market. And talk a little more about the kids events you've got coming up.
Yeah, so we have something we call Kids Club. It happens on Wednesdays, and it starts July 2nd, and it runs through, I believe, the first week in September. But we have a lot of like fun educational activities. We're going to try to get a beekeeper in there. I know we have some other things lined up. And we usually have like an arts and crafts activity too. So it's a lot of fun for the kids. They seem to really like it.
Okay, and I note here on the banner, it's not only fun, but it's free, which for parents is good. Talk about the typical age group. Not that you have a hard limit, but what ages would appreciate this?
I would say anywhere between 4 and 14. You know, there's something for each kid. They'll really
Okay,
like it.
and I see here people may not be able to read it, but they can earn up to $4 in produce coins to spend on produce at the market. They're actually going to earn currency here.
Yeah, a little bit of allowance to spend at the market, I suppose. But yeah, just a little bit of money to walk around and pick out some produce so they have something healthy to take home and snack on.
Okay, great, and that's every Wednesday through the first Wednesday in September, I believe. Is that correct?
Yep. Yep. Starting in July.
Okay, terrific, terrific. And anything more you want to tell us about the Wednesday market? And we're not ignoring the Saturday market here. It's just that we're producing this early in the week, so we want to talk about the Wednesday market with the perfect weather coming. Anything more you want to talk about the market in the coming months or this week for whatever?
Yeah, so I mean, the Wednesday market's going to be awesome. We also have a lot of festivals coming up that are going to take place on Saturdays. So we have the Berry Bash in July, we have our Flower Fest in August, and then in the fall we also do a Festival of Lanterns the same weekend as Pumpkin Fest and Howling Halloween in October. So you can come dress your dog up. You know, we do live music at both markets. We have a new website that just came out. You know, we just launched some new merch. So there's a lot of fun stuff happening. We hope you come out and find us.
Okay, terrific, folks. Again, Wednesday, 3 to 6 p.m. Don't forget about the Wednesday market, and don't forget about the Saturday market either. That's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, terrific. You will see me there. Maybe I can get my kids to come this week. It's not a hard sell. They're happy to come to the market, and so I hope to see you there both Wednesday and Saturday.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna.